Blog Talk Radio.
This is Tyson Dean, and you're kicking it into WSC Lounge with Jason and Brian, sharing all the latest on wrestling and soap and all your entertainment service. Hey, this is Brian. Well, guess what? You're listening to the WSC Lounge. Hello, everyone. Papa Stroh, the Maestro of Wrestling here, and you're listening to the WSC Lounge. Hey, y'all, we're John and Dixie, and you're listening to the WSE Lounge. Hey, guys, it's country recording artist Katie Bell Agent, and you're listening to WSE Lounge. This is country music singer Amanda Joe, and you are listening to the WSE Lounge. Everything's great, and you're listening to your WSE Lounge. Hello, this is Bill Murray. One of the Wolf Midnight Express. You listen to me, I'm Brian and Jason, WSE Lounge. This is Frank Henry. Hey guys, I'm Robert Palmer Watkins, and I'm with Dylan Quartermain on General Hospital, and you are listening to the WSE Lounge. This is Tommy Blanchard, and you are listening to the WSE Lounge.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another great edition of the WSC Lounge. I am your host, Brian Vaughn, joined by my former co-host today, Harold Martin. Harold, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for having me. It's been a while since I've been on, and I would like to thank you for this opportunity to be on.
Well, you're very welcome. It's a pleasure to have you on. And without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring on our first guest. 912, you're on the air. 912, you're on the air.
Excuse me, did you just call me 912? I'm on the air. This is Dr. Joseph Brock III. And I am one that you should refer to as the administrative and artistic director of JB Enterprises, not 912. Excuse me, sir. So could we start over and you introduce me properly?
Yes, sir, we will. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show Dr. Brock from JB Enterprises.
Thank you. Much better done. Well done. So I'm here to discuss the Shindig 3. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
Well, what would you like me to discuss?
Well, specifically, I would like for you to discuss the big four-team elimination match that involves Techi Makuji and Drew Blood that you'll be managing as they take on Damian Bennett, Dax Anthony,
Whoa,
Justin...
You mean Dumb and... Are you referring to Dumb and Dumber? Dax and Damian, Dumb and Dumber? That's correct. They're in there. Who else?
Justin Legend and Cody McCulley.
So Justin
Trinity.
Legend in his own mind. And Cody, I need a haircut McCulley. Okay, yes. And who else?
Trinity.
I actually like them. They're not bad fellows. Although, unfortunately for them, they'll be eliminated as well because we at JB Enterprises are tired of being mistreated and mishandled at Southern Fried Championship Wrestling. For far too long, we've been pushed to the side, and no longer, sir, will that ever occur while we're there, because I'm Dr. Brock and they're not. So we're looking forward to that matchup. Just to set the record straight, 1 year ago, we were in the main event of Shindig, and now we're in a 4-team elimination tag match, not even really technically announced until right this moment, but yet my former client, the Jagged Edge, who has done nothing since he let me down and dropped the ball and went off and played with his little hurt toe, is given an AIWF America's title match against the great King of the Southeast, Francisco Ciasto, with his valet, Miss Stormie Lee. So I'm not I don't understand why he gets that, and yet we're here discussing a match that's not really even worthy of JB Enterprises. Trinity aside, they're decent fellows, but the other two teams are just pathetic, and yet we're with them. They're going to get hurt, by the way. Techi, my Japanese assassin, is going to destroy them, just like he did last time Cody McCulley was in the ring with him. And in my constant professional wrestling machine, Drew Blood will give them a wrestling lesson they'll never forget.
So you feel that you've been mistreated at JB Enterprises because a year ago you were main eventing and now you're basically mid-card.
Mid-card or lower, and that's just unacceptable. Anyone who knows anything about professional wrestling knows that I, Dr. Joseph Brock III, am a manager of champions. We are the main event wherever we're at, and yet we're being placed at the bottom of the card, mid-card, undercard, or whatever you want to call it, but not where we deserve to be. So, yes, we're being mistreated, mishandled. And I blame Charles and Schultz because he's a Monroe moron, obviously, because he does not have us in the main event. Plus, he is just jealous of us, completely and utterly jealous of all that we have accomplished at JB Enterprises. But, I digress.
And so do you feel that winning this tag team match would show your position to him?
Probably not, but it's a start. What we're going to basically do now is until Charles wakes up and smells the proverbial coffee, is destroy any opponent put in our way. We are not going to be held responsible. It is all on Charlie Boy's plate. It's his fault for what's going to happen to those who come encounter us. Cody McCulley and Jamie Holmes have already found out. Strychnine, who is a great champion, felt the wrath of JB Enterprises as well. AJ Steele, who's about to be no more, has already felt the wrath of JB Enterprises. And I see no reason to stop until we're put back where we belong in the main event for the championships. Because we want what we deserve, and we will get what we deserve. I promise you that.
So there will be tag team title implications in the future for JB Enterprises when as you claim all titles, when as you claim your team, JB Enterprises, Techi, Makuji, and Drew Blood walk out victorious in the 4-team elimination match, and then you claim that you will rise back to power in the main event status because AJ Steele's already felt the enormous overflow of JB Enterprises.
Yes, AJ Steele has, Strychnine has, Cody, I Need a Haircut McCulley has, Jamie Holmes. The list will go on and on that have felt. Damian, I'm a Dummy Bennett, of course. He's felt it many, many times over the past year. So we're basically just going to take back what is ours, one opponent at a time. Will not be pushed aside or pushed down any longer. We're going to push people around. We're going to end careers if we need to get what we deserve because I'm Dr. Brock and you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm not Dr. Brock, and you are Dr. Brock, sir. And we want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule at JB Enterprises to come on the show today and discuss the four team elimination matchup at Southern Fried Championship Wrestling, Shindig 3.
Yes, sir. And please convey to Mr. Ciasto that I am rooting for him to destroy that no-good, pathetic, yellow dog, egg sucker, if you will, the Jagged Edge. And a message to Jagged Edge, too. He is going to get what he deserves as well very soon from JB Enterprises. Good day, sir.
Good day to you. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dr. Brock from JB Enterprises of Southern Fried Championship Wrestling, and he was calling in to give his expertise on the 4-team elimination matchup that will take place on June the 4th in Monroe, Georgia, and it will take place at Noel Recreation Center, 201 W Spring Street, Monroe, Georgia, 30655. For more information on tickets, call 770-601-3676. And that's going to be Trinity versus Techi Makuji and Drew Blood with Dr. Brock of JB Enterprises against Damian Bennett and Dax Anthony against Justin Legend and Cody McCauley. Also, on that, and actually, before we go down the card, do you have any predictions for this matchup coming up, Harold?
Well, to be fair, I will be a referee at this card, so I don't particularly want to try to influence anything when we because I'm right down the middle. But I just feel that it's going to be a wild event, and we'll just see who comes out on top.
Okay, well, I'll tell you, I think it'd be in my best interest that on my prediction that I go with Dr. Brock's team of Techi Makuji and Drew Blood to win this matchup and possibly get back into the main event status that they have so wrongfully lost, the way Dr. Brock said it. Also on this great card, though, we're going to see an athlete that I've watched many times in Premier Wrestling Experience up in North Carolina, Cameron Cade. He is a phenomenal athlete. He's going to be taking on Clyde Braddock, and so I think that should be a great matchup. I'm actually rooting for Cameron Cade because I don't know much about Clyde Braddock, but I think Cameron Cade's got a big shot at winning that matchup. What are your predictions on that match?
Again, I can't say one way or the other, but I do know that Clyde Braddock is a big man. Cameron Cade's a little smaller, but he's got a lot of moves, so I just feel that it's going to be a great matchup.
Okay, right now we're going to pause for show identification.
Hey, guys. Hello there. This is Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express, and you're listening to WSE Lounge.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back from show identification, and we have another caller on the line. Okay, I'm not sure if this is Dr. Brock again or if this is another guest, but we're going to go ahead and bring them on. Welcome to the show.
Yes, this is Dr. Brock again. I want to know why Harold decided that he didn't want to proclaim that JB Enterprises is going to win. You are wise, by the way, to place your money on JB Enterprises. But why is Harold not going to do that? Is it because he is going to cheat, be underhanded? Is he working for Charlie still and getting a little extra payback? I would like to know, Mr. Harold Martin, if you will, why you will not proclaim
us right down the middle as I see him.
Oh, I know better than that. I've had you before. You just watch your step, mister. If you're in our match, you better call it right down the middle as I see it. Are we understood?
Why do the crowd keep calling you a nerd? I don't understand why they keep.
I'm not a
that.
nerd. I'm intellectually enhanced. I am not a nerd. Let's get that. Why would you? Do not call me a nerd. That is just a.
I wasn't. I was just
very
stating what I've heard.
Because the morons in Monroe don't know any better, but you should, sir. So watch your P's and Q's because, first off, it's none of your beeswax why they would be stupid enough to do that. But for me to tell you right now, remember, I am not a nerd. Say it with me. You are intellectually enhanced, Dr. Brock.
You are intellectually enhanced, Dr. Brock.
And you're not a nerd.
You're not a nerd.
Thank you very much. Good day, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you for calling back in, Dr. Brock. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, moving on down the card, we have another great matchup. That's a tag team matchup, and it involves four people that I'm very familiar with. David Young, who was actually in TNA, and he teamed up with Eva Skipper in TNA, and he also teamed up with, I believe it was Christopher Daniels or Simon Diamond, I believe it was. But anyway, David Young, he's been around the business a long time, a veteran at that. And Chip Day, his tag team partner, he's been all over the place. I mean, he's been on the indie scene for quite a few years, and I think that's going to be a very interesting mix. David Young and Chip Day joining forces as they will take on Air Paris. Air Paris was an NWA wild side. He used to team up with AJ Styles, and he was also in WCW. He teamed up with AJ Styles, and he's going to be teaming up with Terry Rocker Lawler. So that should be a great tag team matchup. My prediction on that is I believe I'm going to go with David Young and Chip Day, because even though I'm a fan of Terry Rock and Lawler and Air Paris, I believe David Young and Chip Day will do something underhanded and win the matchup that way. What are your predictions on that tag team matchup?
Again, I'll stay right down the middle. It's going to be a great match. I think Air Paris and Terry Rocker Lawler used to be known as Team Extreme, if I'm not mistaken, but I just think it's going to be a great match. I mean, I think it's worth the price of admission alone.
Okay. Well, without any further ado, I want to bring on our next guest at this time. Not sure who this is, so I'm not going to call them by the area code. When they come on, we'll know who it is. Welcome to the show.
Hey, this is King of the Southeast, Francisco Ciasto, and the Queen of the Southeast, Stormie Lee. How's it going, everybody?
Going good. How are you doing, sir?
Great. We're here in Clarksville, Tennessee, right outside of Nashville. We're on a 4-day tour for Arcadian Wrestling, War of the Gods, Unforgiven Tour, brought to you by Grumpy's Bail Bonds. So we've been here for the last 2 days, so today's the third day. We're in Springfield, Tennessee tonight, and tomorrow we're going to be in Gallatin, Tennessee to finish up the tour.
Awesome. And how is the Queen, Stormie Lee, doing?
Marvelous. Very busy. Running around, trying to get ready.
Okay, that's wonderful. So you're going to be, Francisco, you're going to be defending your AWF title, AWF Americans title, against Jagged Edge at Southern Pride Championship Wrestling Shindig 3. So what are your strategies for this matchup against Jagged Edge?
Well, let me correct you right there. I'm not really sure if you did your research or not, but I'm going to be defending the AIWF America's Championship against Jagged Edge at Shindig 3 in Monroe, Georgia on June 4th. As far as Jagged Edge goes, Jagged Edge and I used to be pretty close about a year and a half ago. Hadn't seen him in a while. We kind of backed off for a little while and kind of went inconspicuous, if I may. Kind of went off the grid or whatever. Whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, Jagged Edge, in my book, really doesn't deserve a shot against the AIWF champion, such as myself. But unfortunately, Charles Anschwitz has a couple strings that he pulled, greased a few palms. I know he was hanging out with the governor of Georgia or whatever the hell he was doing, rubbing shoulders, politicians and so on and so forth. So I'm sure at the end of the day, he greased a few palms to get this shot for Jagged Edge. At the end of the day, I'm walking in Monroe, Georgia on June 4th with the Queen of the Southeast, Stormie Lee, the AIWF America's champion. And I'm going to walk out of Monroe, Georgia on June 4th. the AIWF America's Champion. That belt is going to stay around my waist, and I've got title defenses that all the way to August, taking me from Georgia to Alabama to Louisiana to San Antonio, Texas. I am going to be the longest reigning AIWF America's Champion. I am the most fightingest champion that they've ever had. And at the end of the day, not Charles Anschwitz, not Dan Sawyer, not any promoter in the country is going to make sure that I'm unseated, because I'm the AIWF America's Champion now, and I'm going to be the AIWF America's Champion a year from now. Next question, please.
Well, I just want to say that you can blame Charles for the AWF error. That's what I got on the memo. So it is AIF. So you can blame him for that one.
I blame him for a lot. I blame him for the rising cholesterol level in Georgia too.
Wow. So what is so you've told us your plan, your strategy of how you plan to handle Jagged Edge, and you think that he's rubbing shoulders with politicians trying to get over with the crowd and everything. So what happens if Jagged Edge pulls off an upset?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I was counting my money from this 3-day tour. I'm sorry. I was counting my money. At the end of the day,
okay.
Just like I said, Jagged Edge is a piece of garbage. Hashtag hang 'em high, okay? You could take that for what it's worth. As far as I'm concerned, Jagged Edge should be parking the car that I drive up in. Jagged Edge should be washing the clothes that I wear. Jagged Edge should be polishing the tiara that my queen wears day in and day out. He is a lowlife, he's a scumbag, and he's a part-timer. And come June 5th, he'll be retired. Because I'm not just coming to defend the AIWF America's title. I'm coming in to end Jagged Edge's career. You see, another friend of his, AJ Steele, went head-to-head with me for an entire year. And he's just about on his way out because he's had enough of the King of the Southeast, Francisco Ciasto. I've retired more men than Social Security. I've got a guy down in Florida, the outlaw Mitch Mitchell, that I hung by a rope and is about to end his career. I've taken out the Grand Design Clyde Braddock. People want to call me hashtag loose cannon. No, I've just realized, and my queen has realized, that we do what it takes and we take what we want when we want it. Hashtag Bonnie and Clyde of professional wrestling. Next question, please.
Well, I do need to relay a message to you, and it is from Dr. Brock of JB Enterprises. He said to tell you that he was rooting for you and that he knows that you're going to win at Southern Fried Championship Wrestling Shindig 3.
Dr. Brock is an upstanding citizen. He is an upstanding gentleman, and he's a Rhodes Scholar. And that man has an IQ that is higher than Einstein himself. That man knows what he's talking about. He is team king and queen of the Southeast.
Okay, well, I want to ask the Queen, Nikki Lee, a question. Stormie Lee.
Whoa! Are you missing a chromosome? Who the hell is the Queen, Nikki Lee?
I do apologize. I do apologize. Queen Stormie Lee. I stand corrected.
Continue on with your question, please.
You're very welcome. My question for the Queen, Stormie Lee, is if Southern Fried Championship Wrestling ever has a women's title, would you want to go after the women's title?
Well, first of all, it wouldn't be going after. I mean, I think Charles is intelligent enough to know that there's no competition with me or any other woman in the state of Georgia. So really going after a title would be a waste of time. But I definitely would be interested in carrying it and making it look as good as it would look on my shoulder. Pandora is definitely not worthy of it. I can't even think of anyone else who's there right now. Brooklyn Page, is that her name? Yeah.
Yes.
She's not worthy of wearing it. As far as I'm concerned, there's nobody else anywhere near that comes close that would make that belt look as good as I do. So I definitely would be interested in taking it. That's for sure.
Well, what are you, speaking of Pandora, what are your thoughts on the two of the toughest lady performers in wrestling, Pandora against Mickey Knuckles at Southern Pride Championship Wrestling Shindig 3?
I'm going to stop you right there, okay? The next time you use the term performer, I'm going to hang the phone up and you're never to talk to me again. We're professional athletes. We wrestle for titles and money, #pay window. Get your terminology right. You're nothing but a ham and egger. You understand me? Show some respect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, as far as Mickey Knuckles goes, Mickey Knuckles is one of the top female professional wrestlers in the entire country. So don't try to wrap up Stormy Lee in some sort of political mumbo-jumbo and try to paint her into a corner. You don't need to know her thoughts about Mickey Knuckles. You don't need to know her thoughts about Pandora. You want to talk to us, you talk to us about what we're doing, not about Mickey Knuckles, not about Pandora. Next question, please.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let Harold ask you a question.
Who's Harold?
Hello, I'm his co-host, Harold.
Just co-host Harold?
Yes. Hold on.
Well,
You don't have like a moniker, like Hot Harold?
Because, the cat got his tongue because he didn't have a question. He's actually
did he trip and fall?
No, he didn't. He didn't trip and fall. But he's actually one of the referees for Southern Pride Championship Wrestling. Radar Martin.
What the hell is a Radar Martin? Are you guys?
Yeah, Radar Martin.
Like, give yourself. I don't even know what a Radar Martin is. Why is there echoes? Are you guys talking real close to a microphone or a magnet?
Well, Francisco, I want to tell you that you
I'm great. Yes.
And the Queen,
Nikki Lee,
Stormy Lee, are very great professional wrestlers.
Yes, we are. Thank you. Buy our merchandise. We take PayPal.
You're very welcome. What is the website so everybody can check that out?
You can check our merchandise out at Francisco Ciasto at Facebook.com, Stormy Lee Sloan at Facebook.com. You can PM us for pricing details. We have 8x10s for $5, T-shirts for $20. We do two T-shirts for $35, two 8x10s for $8. We do PayPal. We do cash. You can hand us pennies. You can hand us your food stamps. You can even hand us your child, but we'll hand them right back. But at the end of the day, we take all forms of payment, even child support. You know, we know a lot of guys are way behind on their child support with felony payments and so on and so forth. We'll even take their child support money. That's fine. I really don't care.
Well, fans, you heard that. Go and check it out. Go and buy their merchandise. They got 8x10 photos, 4x6s, T-shirts.
What are you saying about 4x6s? Do you make this stuff up as you go along? 8x10s, T-shirts, no 4x6s. This isn't Walgreens. I'm not getting a family photo. Okay. 8x10s, T-shirts.
8x10s T-shirts. 8x10s T-shirts. We want to thank you. We want to thank you so much for being on, Francisco.
You're welcome. Nikki Lee.
Ciasto and the Queen.
Ciasto. Hooked on phonics. Yes.
Ciasto.
Yep.
Ciasto.
Yes, Ciasto.
And the Queen, Stormy Lee. Thank you both so much for being on.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
You're welcome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Francisco Ciasto and the Queen, Stormy Lee. And we are waiting on, we're not going to have no time for our other guest. He was supposed to be on the show, Damian Bennett. He's not going to be able to call in because the feed just went off. But Damian Bennett he's in that four tag team elimination matchup we talked about earlier. But moving on, the 5-star King Anthony Henry will be facing Ciasto Stormie, and that shall be a great matchup.
And I've got to say, Ciasto Stormie had a great match against Stevie Richards, the ECW legend, last time, and it was a false count anywhere match, and they were all over the building. I was in the back. I could not see it, but I heard pounding and things breaking, and it was just all over the place. So that should be a good match in itself there too.
Well, I don't know too much about CB Suave, but I know that the 5-star King Anthony Henry is a great athlete. I've seen him perform in person. Seen him perform for Premier Wrestling Experience, the same place that Cameron Cade is from, the same organization, and we have a partnership with them as well. So I'm going to go with Anthony Henry on that matchup. The Pandora Mickey Knuckles matchup, I'm going to go with Mickey Knuckles. I think she will end up winning that matchup. What is your prediction on that, Harold?
Again, two tough women. Could go either way. I just feel that there might be some blood and who knows what involved in that match, but it's going to be a rough one for sure.
And moving on down the line, we've got Logan Creed and Odison against the Beautiful Ball Besties for the Southern Fried Championship Wrestling Tag Team titles. That should be an awesome matchup. You got two big giants in there in Logan Creed and Odison against the Beautiful Ball Besties, who's been a tag team for several years, and they're making their impact felt on the independent scene. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to go with, this is a hard one to predict, actually, because you got great athletes in all four of these performers. But I'm going to have to go with Logan Creed and Odison still in the show. Actually, I'm going to go with Logan Creed and Odison against the Beautiful Ball Besties. This match still in the show, and Logan Creed and Odison capturing the World Tag Team titles from the Beautiful Ball Besties. What is your prediction on this one?
Well, like you said, that's two big men against the Beautiful Ball Besties, who are crafty, and they have won titles up and down all the promotions. They're holding a lot of gold right at this moment, so I really don't know, but it should be a great match. Okay,
we've also got Jeter against AJ Steele. Loser leaves Southern Fried Championship Wrestling. I'm going to have to go with AJ Steele because I honestly don't know anything at the least about Jeter. So I'm going to have to go with AJ Steele and say Jeter loses and leaves Southern Fried Championship Wrestling. And I'm going to go out and make a prediction on this. I made a prediction a few weeks ago to Mr. Shane Knowles of Peach State Wrestling that Bill Behrens would ask him about Bill Behrens turning heel. And, of course, he did turn heel at their last show at Peach State Wrestling. I'm going to make a prediction here in this match and change my prediction and say that AJ Steele loses to Jeter because Pandora interferes, costing AJ Steele the matchup, causing AJ Steele to leave Southern Fried Championship Wrestling, since AJ Steele and Pandora just had a falling out as they went their separate ways. What is your prediction on this match, Harold?
Well, it was a shock when Pandora turned on AJ Steele. So she may interfere. I don't know. I don't know who will be the referee for that match, but all I know is whoever is the referee, they should be watching out for any interference.
Well, that sounds like a very good prediction to me. Moving on now, before we get to our main event of the evening, we're going to see Jimmy Rave against Slim J. This match alone is worth the price of admission. So, my prediction on this is Jimmy Rave will beat Slim J in this matchup. And this matchup alone could be the show stealer. Instead of the show stopper like Shawn Michaels, it could be the show stealer and steal the whole show. What is your prediction on this?
Well, I don't know a whole lot about Slim J, but I do know that he's well regarded. And of course, Jimmy Rave, he's been all over the place. He's an international superstar as well. So he has matches against all the top names. So this one, we'll see what happens. Should be good.
And in the main event of the evening, Southern Fried Championship Wrestling presents Shindig 3, the main event. Strychnine, the Why We Wrestle champion, will be defending the title against Southern Fried Championship Wrestling World Champion Drew Alder in the main event. It'll be a title versus title matchup. So, Why We Wrestle and Southern Fried Championship Wrestling belts will be commenced in this matchup, as there will be two champions. There will be two championships at the end of this matchup, either Drew Alder or Strychnine.
Or Strychnine. Brian has a little problem with that pronunciation, but it's okay. But both titles will be on the line, so we're talking about two different promotions here. So, I guess we're going to have a champion of two promotions if the belts are unified. So it should be a great match.
And I'm going to go with my prediction on this match being with Strychnine. I'm going to say Strychnine captures it, and we have a spin-off of this, of a Southern Fried Championship Wrestling invasion to the organization of Why We Wrestle. That's my prediction. Now, what is your prediction on this main event matchup?
Well, I don't know about invasions. I'm not involved in that stuff. I'm just a referee. I call it right down the middle. But you never know. The world of professional wrestling, you never say never. So we'll see what happens. But all I know is we're going to have a great card. There'll be food. There'll be all kinds of, I'm sure, merchandise available. So please just make your plans to be there.
And once again, folks, that address is Noel Recreation Center, 201 West Spring Street, Monroe, Georgia, 30655. For more information, call 770-601-3676, and that is going to be in Monroe, Georgia, on June the 4th. Southern Fried Championship Wrestling presents Shindig 3. Once again, the rundown of the card is four tag team elimination match. Trinity versus Techi Makuji and Drew Blood with Dr. Brock of JB Enterprises versus Damian Bennett and Dax Anthony versus Justin Legend and Cody McCauley. Also, Cameron Cade will face Clyde Braddock, and the five-star king, Anthony Henry, will face CB Suave, and Francisco Kiatsu will defend his AIF American title, AIWF, apologize for that, American title against Jagged Edge. And, of course, the Queen, Stormy Lee, will be in his corner, in Francisco's corner. And Pandora will face Mickey Knuckles in two of the toughest women wrestlers in the business. They will face each other in that matchup. And David Young and Chip Day will face Air Paris and Terry Rocker Lawler. Logan Creed and Odison will battle the Beautiful Bald Besties for the Southern Fried Championship Tag Team titles. Jeter will face AJ Steele, and a loser leaves Southern Fried Championship Wrestling match. Jimmy Ray will face Slim J in what should be the match, in what should be the match of the night. This match alone is worth the price of admission. And in the main event, Drew Lauder against Strychnine. Southern Fried Championship Wrestling title versus Why We Wrestle title. So that is the card, folks. We hope you'll be there. Special reminder, next Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Danica McCallum, you know her from Wonder Years, will be here on the WSC Lounge discussing her new movie coming out next Friday, June the 3rd, Wedding Bells. It will be on the Hallmark Channel at 9 p.m. next Friday, June the 3rd. She will be here next Tuesday, May 31st, 1:30 Pacific Standard Time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She will be here on the show. And next Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have Will Gibson, Global Force Wrestling referee. He will be here live on the show. And there is other news going on behind the scenes, discussions with different people, and possibly a deal going down that could see more soap opera stars on the show. So stay tuned for that. So we're going to let Mike Mooneyham close us out.
This is Mike Mooneyham. I want to tell all you fans out there, don't miss the WSE Lounge. You'll be glad you caught this great show.